Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the closing ceremonies of the 5 continuing education courses of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies of the UP Open University, which are Personal Entrepreneurial Development, New Enterprise Planning, Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs, Organic Agriculture, and Introduction to E-Commerce. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. This is the nth graduation ceremonies of these special courses. And we're so glad to have with us today our dear graduates, friends, our alumni. I am seeing quite a number of faces who have actually also went up on stage a few years and months ago, and have been probably taking and continuing these courses. Maraming salamat po for coming over. At sa atin po, for those who are online, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. And we also welcome you to these closing ceremonies. So before anything else, we would like to be welcomed warmly by our associate. Ano na nga bang position ngayon ni Larry? Mukhang nagkaroon na ba ng promotion ngayon si Larry? He is the University Extension Associate of the FMDS UP Open University, and you have been probably seeing him online. Let's all welcome Mr. Larry Cruz for the opening remarks.
Thank you, Janet. I'm now promoted. Nasa stage na ako. Okay. Good morning po. Magandang umaga kay Dr. Inocencio Ibuot Jr., our Dean for FMDS, or the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, who is right here. Ms. Losel, our course coordinator for the New Enterprise Planning course. Mr. Ramon Manuel T. Nisperos, our Assistant Course Coordinator for both courses, PED and NEP. Ms. Tricia Ascan, our Course Coordinator for the Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs. Dr. Edna Luisa A. Matienzo, our Assistant Course Coordinator for Organic Agri. Mr. Glenn Baticados, our guest speaker. Dr. Kevin Murphy, our foreign guest from Washington State University. And especially to our graduating learners and their families and friends. Okay. As well as those who are online via live or web streaming, which is accessible at UPOU networks or at YouTube. Okay. Welcome to the UP Open University for the closing ceremonies of our 22nd batch, Janet, 22nd batch of our PED and NEP, the 6th batch of Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs, our third batch of Organic Agriculture, and the very first batch of e-commerce, which was relaunched mid this year. Okay. One of the stated objectives of UPOU, when it was established in 1995, is to provide opportunities for alternative access for quality higher education by offering baccalaureate and post-baccalaureate degree programs and non-formal courses, take note, by distance education. In line with this, the UPOU today added features. One is the launch of the UPOU modules prior to our graduation proper this month, and the lecture on banking programs and services with focus on investments immediately after the closing ceremony as a post-closing activity this afternoon. Let me take this opportunity to thank the people who helped me organize and conduct this closing program. In June, non-formal courses with social relevance, since we believe that through this, we sustain professional growth, we contribute to national development, and we promote lifelong learning, especially for those who cannot leave their jobs or homes for full-time studies. Muli, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat at maligayang bati sa mga magsisipagtapos. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Larry. At this point, we would like to call on Dr. Inocencio Buot Jr. to lead the launching of the new UPOU modules.
Thank you so much, and good morning, everyone. I am so pleased to lead the launching of the 3 outputs of the Continuing Education Committee of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies. So we have here 3 books. The Introduction to E-Commerce, the Simplified Accounting, and the other one is Organic Agriculture. I would like to call on the authors of these modules, the reviewers and the designers to be with me so that we would be together launching these 3 books with us. Maybe I would like to call on also the chair of the Continuing Education Committee of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, Mr. Larry Cruz. He's on top of these projects. So, Larry, please. Mr. Cielo, Ms. Chavez, Professor Hervasio, si Dr. Bess is not here with us, Dr. Edna, and of course, Ms. Ska Tricia, and Primo Garcia and Ms. Kaimo. Not here? Okay. So, you want to say something about your book? Yeah, maybe you can.
Good morning, everyone. For the launching of this module, we would like to thank Dr. Bess, and I would like to thank UPOU for giving us the opportunity to write the OA module. Thank you also to Dean Buot, our reader, Dr. Garcia, instructional designer of the manual, and of course, Mr. Larry Cruz for the gentle reminders. For the FMDS staff, thank you for all the support. Now, this manual consists of 10 modules, and it seeks to explain the science of organic agriculture. We drew much of our inspiration in writing the manual from our organic farmers and, of course, from our learners, from our first batch of learners, second batch of learners, and now our third batch of OA learners. The task was not easy, being first-time online teachers, more so writing OA in distance learning mode. It was a long road, but it was a challenging and a rewarding one at the same time. So for our learners and would-be learners, this manual is for you, and we hope that this manual will serve its true purpose of helping our organic farmers in the country. So once again, UPOU, thank you very much.
Good morning. This is a surprise kasi hindi naman siya kasali sa program. But I just would, kasi this is our 6th offering, so medyo matanda na rin po itong module na to. But this is the first time that it is launched. So I just would like to thank FMDS for the support and all the staff, si Dean Jun po, Mr. Larry Cruz, and all the FMDS staff. Thank you very much.
Okay, for the introduction to electronic commerce, Mr. Jeremy Bichello is the author, cannot come. The book was written way back 1999. Sorry, 2009. He was contracted as writer for an online, I think the resource-based course package wraparound module of UPOU. He started it in 2009, and the course was relaunched in July this year. So the e-commerce was read by Miss Shirley Chavez, okay, and was instructionally designed by Assistant Professor Jubilee M. Rebascio. Thank you.
So with that, I would like to enjoin everyone to congratulate the authors and welcome the new outputs of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies Continuing Education Program.
Thank you so much. How we wish that we can get copies of those materials, and I guess they are also uploaded in the website. Okay. Now, materials, books, packet books. We see reactions and comments from readers, like fantastic, amazing, very useful. No? So these come from reactions of readers, no? Initial readers of materials. So for today, ladies and gentlemen, we're just so glad to have one of the readers, initial readers of our materials. And with us today is a visiting professor. He is a Fulbright specialist on organic agriculture. Very timely because this year takes off the 2014 International Year of Farming Families. The United Nations has declared that 2014 will be the International Year of Farming Families, and I guess the material is very much fitted to the, very timely and very much fitted to many users. Our guest is also a professor of plant breeding at the Department of Crop and Social Sciences of Washington State University. Okay, so let me call on, ladies and gentlemen, to give his insights on the material on organic agriculture, Dr. Kevin M. Murphy. Let's give him.
I think you said it all when the readers have said this book was amazing, fantastic, and very useful. So I'm done, right? Thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you for the invitation to come. It's really a great pleasure to be here working with UPLB and UPOU. Also, it's a great pleasure to be here because at my hometown right now it's minus 15 degrees Celsius. So I'm much happier right here where it's nice and warm. So I'm from Washington State University, and we were the first university in the U.S. to begin a Bachelor of Science in Organic Agriculture. We are still by far the leading university in the U.S. working on organic agriculture. And the reason I came here with the Fulbright Fellowship was to work with Dr. Bess and Dr. Edna to help with UPLB developing a Bachelor of Science in Organic Agriculture. So with that background, I do teach a course. It's almost exactly the same, and it's online, called Introduction to Organic Farming. So it's very similar to this one in organic agriculture. It's 100% online, and I teach similar courses online, agroecology, and a couple other courses as well. So this book was really quite interesting to me. I've read it in the last 3 days, and I'm amazed how much I learned from this, and hopefully Dr. Bess and Dr. Edna will allow me to use some of this in my classes as well. If you haven't had the chance to look at this book, even if you don't work in organic farming, I would recommend it. There's it's very comprehensive. So it starts organic agriculture, and each of the chapters in here correspond with different modules. So it also ranges from principles and concepts of organic agriculture. There's a chapter, a module called Close Encounters with the Soil in Organic Agriculture. There's one on organic fertilization, organic crop protection, organic pest management, organic animal production, and then marketing and also promoting organic agriculture. So you can see it's an extremely comprehensive manual. But this book, to the best of my knowledge, was the first book ever, definitely in the US, but I think worldwide, the first book that was developed for organic agriculture, for an online organic agriculture class. And so I really want to congratulate Dr. Bess and Dr. Edna on this book. It's quite amazing. It's a milestone in organic agriculture education. So you should be very proud of this book. I think it's something that at Washington State University, we have to now develop a book for our class too. So Dr. Edna and Dr. Bess and UPOU really raised the bar quite high. So now we'll be doing this as well. So thank you so much for getting this started and encouraging the rest of us who also teach organic agriculture to follow your example. So this book is an inspiration to us, and when I bring a copy back to Washington State University, I'm sure there'll be a lot of interest in reading this. So again, thank you very much for inviting me here. I also want to say I was lucky enough to visit the farm of one of the graduates, Brian Belen. I think I saw Brian here today, but I don't. Oh, there you are. Okay. And also that farm, your farm was an inspiration to us. I took many photos, and I look forward to sharing those with my students. So thank you for allowing us to come see your farm too. Okay, thank you.
For the wonderful insights on organic agri. Thank you, Doc Kevin Murphy.
Can we ask Dr. Kevin Murphy to please go up on stage again to receive a certificate from the UP Open University FMDS?
Okay, I'll read the citation. University of the Philippines Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies presents this Certificate of Appreciation to Dr. Kevin M. Murphy as guest during the PED NEP SAPE OA and ECOM closing ceremonies held on 7 December 2013 at UP Open University, Los Baños, Laguna. Given this 7th day of December 2013 at UPOU, signed Inocencio Ibu at Junior Dean.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kevin Murphy. That was really very encouraging. I think not just to the authors and not just to UP Open University, but also to our alumni. So, dear alumni, I think you have now an idea that there can be really a big chance to also develop materials that will be useful not just to Filipinos, but to our friends abroad. Maraming salamat, Dr. Kevin Murphy. Okay? So at this point, now, this is I think this will be this is the most awaited part of our graduating students. Okay? So to present to us the candidates for graduation, napakarami nating graduates ngayon. And for those who are also graduating but are online, we will also call your names. So let me call on Mr. Larry Cruz to present the candidates for graduation.
Good morning again. Let me present to you the profile of our learners, those who enrolled in July and those who successfully completed their courses today. Okay. We started with 38 enrollees for the personal entrepreneurial development, okay, 34 in new enterprise planning, 43 in the simplified accounting for entrepreneurs, 27 in organic agriculture, and 6 for the e-commerce, which was really a relaunch of the course mid this year. According to, as to the distribution by gender, okay, the PED enrollees, okay, the NAP, we have SAFE, and OA, and e-commerce. By age, we have the following profile. Okay, notice that the PED and NAP enrollees are relatively young as compared to the organic agriculture, which is on the a little younger generation. Okay. By civil status, that's how the enrollees were distributed. By location, this is interesting. Okay. We have so much enrollees in Luzon area as expected, and a number of them abroad. Okay, so we encourage those who are based in the Visayas and Mindanao to enroll in our courses. By completion, okay, this is interesting. Okay, we have a completion rate of 52% for NEP. That's quite high compared to the previous batches. For PED, we have a 50-50% okay, distribution. For the SAFE, which is relatively higher most of the time, it's 76% or 77% completion rate. For the OA, it's 48% completion. Through the years, this is the performance of our courses. Okay, you'll notice that the PED started in 2002, and we have a total of 520 enrollees with a completion rate of 62% through the years. Okay. For the NEP, which also started in 2002, got a total of enrollees of 554 and a 43% completion rate. The SAFE, which is now on its 6th offering, has had an enrollment of 186 with a very high completion rate of 72%. And for the OA, which is now on the 3rd offering, we have a total of enrollees of 79 and a completion rate of 63%, okay, through the years. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Siguro napapanahon nga na we see enrollments rising, and sometimes graduation or closing with a decreasing number for many reasons. Okay? Bago po ang paggagawad ng certificates, ay syempre nais nating ma-inspire tayo. Maraming kwento. There are stories of success, stories probably of challenges na pwede nating matutunan. At iyan ay maibibigay sa atin ng ating resource person o kaya ng ating guest speaker for today. But may I ask Ms. Tricia Ascan to introduce to us our guest speaker for the closing ceremonies.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Let me introduce to you our guest speaker for this morning. I'm very proud to introduce him because he is a former colleague as well as a student of mine. So ganun na po ako katanda. Way back when I was still with UP Los Baños. Actually, nung nasa UP Los Baños pa po ako sa Department of Agribusiness Management, mag-roommates po kami. So lahat po ng mga girls na umaali-aligid sa kanya na nakikita ko. Okay. Sorry. Naka-online tayo. Nabisto kita. Mr. Glenn Baticados has more than 10 years of experience in business incubation and management, business research and strategic planning, with particular focus on small and medium enterprises across a wide spectrum of industries. For the past 5 years, he has been involved in social enterprise management and supply chain development, linking small businesses to big corporations all over the Philippines. Mr. Baticados is a seasoned entrepreneur who has established successful business ventures for the past 10 years, such as Step Up Company, a management and business development consulting company, PCCT Company, a local chain of IT stores in Laguna, and Manok Mabuhay Incorporated, a social enterprise managing a backyard poultry contract growing agreement with Bounty Agro Ventures Incorporated. Recently, he co-founded Bay Cove International Incorporated, a pioneering aqua venture company engaged in the development of pangasius supply chain in the Philippines. Mr. Baticados is also an experienced teacher and mentor. He has taught business and entrepreneurship subjects in some of the most prestigious schools in the Philippines, like UP Los Baños and De La Salle University. He is also a part of the Angelpreneurs of Go Negosyo under the Philippine Center for Entrepreneurship, headed by Mr. Joey Concepcion, giving lectures on enterprise finance, marketing, and entrepreneurship for SMEs around the country. He was also a CSR writer for the League of Corporate Foundation, Corporate Social Responsibility Institute, developing strategic CSR materials for the past 3 years. Mr. Baticados has a master's degree in business management from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, and a lifelong scholar of Michigan State University. He graduated cum laude with a bachelor's degree of agribusiness management from UP Los Baños. So ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Mr. Glenn Baticados.
To my fellow guest, Dr. Kevin Murphy, to Dr. Inocencio Buot, our Dean, to Mr. Larry Cruz, thank you for inviting me, to the candidates for graduations, fellow mentors, teachers, good morning. Good morning. Ayun. When I was making the message, actually, for the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to come up with what would you like to hear, actually. And I actually asked Mr. Larry Cruz yesterday about what kind of message would I give to you guys. And I came to a realization that I'm not going to talk much about organic agriculture. But what I'm going to talk about to you is the trend right now when it comes to agriculture as a whole. And as you can see, for some time, agribusiness in the Philippines has been undergone a lot of paradigm shift, okay, from a production-oriented to a market-oriented perspective. And this morning, let's talk about the trends and opportunities presented to us that I think organic agriculture can be one of the solutions when it comes to food sufficiency or food security, okay? So I call this the green revival. So basically, For some time, I've been engaged in vegetable farming, usually in hydroponics. I've been in partnership with Leisure Farms, Tagaytay Incorporated. And recently, they have started coming up with high-value vegetables like bell peppers, beefsteak tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and lettuce. Okay? So let's look at what is happening right now. Well, for one, the most obvious reason why is it important, why there is a need to protect our agriculture is because of the recent devastation in the Visayas region. Well, for some, they said it's brought about by climate change, as you can see. So there's a need, really, to come up with a new model of how to produce crops, okay? And for some time, when you say agriculture, the traditional view of agriculture is that you're going to raise the crops in the soil or in the ground. And for me, the only way that you can truly achieve, or that you can, or the most practical way of promoting, or the most practical way of coming up with a business model for organic agriculture is that you have to raise the productivity per area. Because that's the basic reason why some will still go for inorganic methods. Because of that basic reason that when you go organic, the productivity drops. But right now, based on my research and exposure in farming, I've seen a lot of new methods that you can actually employ and still make organic agriculture works. And everybody knows that organic agriculture or organic farming has been in the Philippines for so long. And why is it that still less than 1% of our total agricultural production area are devoted to organic agriculture? Maybe you may say it's because of the market, okay? So let us see if that is true, okay? Number one reason why I think there is a need to really focus on food sufficiency is because of the population explosion. In fact, it was predicted that by 2050, the population of the world is around 9.1 billion. We are now right now we are in 6 billion figures. So there is a need to really increase production at a fast pace right now. We need to really to double time. And in fact, a lot of experts are saying that there will be, if we cannot increase productivity in agriculture, chances are a lot will go hungry during that time. Because if there will be an increase of almost 3 billion for the next 30 or 40 years, it will need we need to increase our agricultural production by almost 70%. But the problem is we have an uneven distribution of agricultural areas. And at the same time, our productivity or agriculture in the Philippines is basically contracting. Meaning, a lot of agricultural conversion are now happening. We have the industrial sites, we have residential sites. So, paliit ng paliit. That's the problem right now. And another problem is this. The young generations, or the sons, or the children of the farmers will not continue the venture of their parents, di ba? Have you noticed that, guys? What are the courses of the children or the sons and daughters of farmers right now? These are professional courses, and most of them will go abroad, okay? So who will continue farming? That is really a big problem actually right now, because there is a big decline in the enrollment of agricultural education in the Philippines. Okay? Next, because of the fast growth in population, we need more lands. Diba? We need more lands to accommodate that additional increase in population. So what happened? We have deforestation, we have pollution that basically depletes our resources. And not only that, guys, when you do crop production or animal production, it requires a lot of resources. It requires a lot of fuel energy. It requires a lot of power consumption, or should I say fertilizer. A lot of labor when it comes to farm. Okay? And because of the increase in population also, we have now crop production crisis. As I said earlier, agriculture in the Philippines is basically contracting. Paliit ng paliit ang areas that is conducive for agricultural production. So what I'm driving at here, guys, is that there is really a need to come up with innovative ways to farm. Okay? And people are becoming, or there more and more people are pursuing a much simpler life right now. It's like we're going back to self-sufficiency models of agriculture. And that is basically the organic revolution in the Philippines. We wanted to live a more simple life. And that's what organic agriculture is offering right now. Okay? And here's the triggering point. Okay? The fast food system. Okay? The fast food system produces unhealthy, fast food that are very cheap. I am a contract grower of Bounty, and imagine we can produce chicken at the age of 28 days at a very cheap costs. And who among you are fond of eating fast food, guys? Okay? This kind of business basically encourages to eat cheap, unhealthy food. It basically gives us what? Bad eating habits, di ba? And what complicates the equation is this. Those fresh and organically produced commodities or farm produce are relatively expensive. So who can avail of those goods, basically? Not the masses, but a niche market in the consumer. Okay? So because of this, we are encouraging bad eating habits. Now, if you really wanted to promote organic farming or organic agriculture, we really need to shift the paradigm up to the level of the consumer. Okay? Instead of promoting Mr. Jollibee or Mr. Bakdo, we really have to come up with an alternative fast food that will basically promote healthy options rather than eating cheap, unhealthy foods. Okay? But still, there is a revolution going on right now. There is an increasing demand for organic goods. And in fact, for the past year, our supply, or we have doubled our supply base in Amadeo, Cavite. And many supermarkets and restaurants in Metro Manila are now demanding for organically grown farm produce rather than those coming from Benguet, which are basically heavily applied with pesticides and chemicals. Okay? So the question is, what is the role of agripreneurs? You guys. Okay. What is your role right now? Okay. As entrepreneurs, guys, is the role of agripreneurs? You guys. Okay. What is your role right now? Okay. As entrepreneurs, guys, basically, what is needed right now is to come up with innovative systems. Systems that can basically make organically produce more competitive in the marketplace. What I'm saying is that high quality organically produced at affordable prices. That's what I'm seeing right now. What I'm seeing right now, the only possible way or the more practical way for organically produced farms or organic farms to make good business is to sell where you produce. Meaning, you need to integrate or you need to have a basic understanding of the value chain or of the supply chain concepts. Okay? Later, what I'm going to show you, one of the, actually, the vision that I have for organic agriculture in the Philippines. It is a business model developed in the US, and I think it is possible in the Philippines. Okay? So the challenge basically is this, guys. How can you produce fresh and delicious farm? Or how can you, and yet affordable? How can you sustain local jobs? How can you achieve food security? How can you make healthy foods without chemicals or pesticides? How can you decrease or reduce food handling or processing or food transport? Because basically that consumes energy, that consumes a lot of resources. Okay? So when you think about organic agriculture, you go beyond from the farm. You go beyond. You have to look at the greater picture or the bigger picture when you are going to, if you are really interested in organic agriculture. Don't stop at the farm. What I'm saying is right now, especially with the coming ASEAN integration in 2015, you need to think of an innovative way or an integrated way to compete in the marketplace, because other countries are already ahead of us, like Indonesia, Taiwan, and Thailand. Okay, these are countries that have basically developed their organic farms ahead of us. Okay, so this is now the challenge for you guys. I would like to share to you a model developed by Dan Gibbs. He's the CEO of Hometown Farms in, I think in San Diego, California. Yes. Basically this one, it uses vertical systems, community farming, local produce, and then retail farming. So all in all, he is the integrator, he is the producer, he is the distributor, and he is the retailer. That's the model of his company. And for me, I think for organic farming also in the Philippines, we can use this model. Okay, I'm not trying to promote the model, but basically, what I'm saying is that the only key factor here is that we have to increase the productivity on a per area basis in order to compete globally or to compete comparatively with those produced inorganically. Okay?
Hometown Farms combines proven growing technologies in such a way that commercial, vertical, organic, urban farming drastically reduces the amount of water, fuel, fertilizer, packaging, and land that traditional farms use to grow the same amount of food. Hometown Farms will virtually eliminate the cost of transporting produce hundreds, if not thousands of miles by setting up vertical farms in densely populated areas with sales direct to the consumer on location where the food is grown, and in addition, wholesale to local farmers markets, restaurants, and grocery stores. 1. We offer higher quality food for less. With the elimination of produce central wash areas, trucking, and handling, we can produce organic vegetables and berries for less than half of what it costs traditional farms to produce and transport non-organic vegetables and berries. Better food, more available, less expensive. 2. Water savings. Fresh water is our most precious resource. Hometown Farms save, on average, 85% of the water of conventional farming, and California uses 20% of their energy just to move water from source to consumer. Vertical farms also reduce fertilizer consumption up to 80% and help reduce dead zones. The more farms we open, the more natural resources we save. 3. Fuel savings. Local and vertical production of food saves energy and transportation costs. Hometown Farms will reduce the number of trucks transporting vegetables and berries into the city. And this efficiency not only saves on cost, but will drastically reduce the amount of fuel we use in our food system. These urban farms are also a destination retailer, a peaceful recharging place to buy the best produce. We save fuel and improve food distribution. 4. Our food security. Our food system is vulnerable to contaminations, natural and man-made disasters that could cause disruption in our food supplies. Millions of people would be affected if our food transportation networks were disrupted. Each hometown farm could have up to 1 million pounds of produce, which locals can eat in case of food shortages or disruption in the supply chain. And local farms create jobs that directly benefit the surrounding area. And these jobs could never be outsourced. They stay local. 5. Carbon reduction. Today, our food travels an average of 1,500 miles by truck, train, or air. This is extremely wasteful in fuel and creates pollution in the atmosphere. And Hometown Farms' system will reduce carbon emissions by 90% compared to traditionally farmed and transported produce. The time to improve our food system is now. Hometown Farms has a solution to save water and reduce fuel usage and carbon output. Provide less expensive, nutrient-rich food that not only tastes better, but provide stable local jobs. Hometown Farms utilizes proven growing systems that have over 10 years of track records. The time to invest in our food future is now. Higher quality, more profitable, and eco-friendly. Hometown Farms. The future is growing. For more information, contact us at hometownfarms.com.
Actually, guys, this model is now being implemented in Singapore. They call it the Sky Green project. And you know, Singapore, they produce only 7% of their demand or consumption, and everything was being imported from Malaysia and Indonesia, and even from Thailand. And based on the figures, they have addressed the high cost maintenance of this kind of system. In fact, they're spending around $3 per month. It's like spending for a 60 watt bulb, actually, when it comes to heating and lighting requirements of this system. And in Tokyo, actually, they have already started also putting up this kind of system. And I think the reason why that this system works is because technology in agriculture are becoming more mature and mature. Meaning, as time goes by, the cost of such technologies are becoming less and less. And in fact, it will become more feasible. And one thing more, the reason why that we have this kind of system is because out of the increase in population, almost 80% of that will be found in the urban areas. Imagine mo, for the next 30 years, there will be an influx of as much as 80% of the total population around the world. That's a big market for this kind of business. And the concept is this: you have to bring the farm closer to the consumers. That's the only way that you can come up with a cost competitive vis-a-vis the inorganically produced commodities here in the Philippines. What is our current model in farming? All our produce are coming from the provinces. Di ba? The chop suey, veggies, saan galing? Galing sa Benguet, Baguio. Our pakbet gulay are coming from Quezon and some parts of Laguna, in Nagcarlan, in Magdalena. But given this, I think there is a possibility that we can promote organically produced with a competitive price, or you can offer it with the price competitive with those in the grocery markets, in the wet markets as well. Okay? So, this is my last message to you guys. One person can make a difference, but definitely everyone should try. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor or Mr. Glenn Baticados. That was really inspiring, very encouraging, and also very encouraging. At mukhang matetest ang aming ano dito sa panahon na to. Sabi ninyo ano yun? Everyone should try. All of us should try. At I will probably commit kasi you said 9.1 billion Filipinos by 2015. As of now, we have about 6 billion Filipinos. So if we don't try producing at least in our backyards, food always in the home. That's what we call the food always in the home garden, faith gardening. I will try that. Otherwise, we'll really be suffering from food insecurity. Or else, I will commit. I will eat less. I will eat less. Parang na-inspire din ako sa inyong sinabi, sir. Sabi niyo, Mr. Jollibee, ano? Mr. Jollibee, Mr. McDo. Fast food talaga. Nakakatakot din yun. So, I am also being challenged now to think of a new paradigm. Let's promote ginoong organikong pinakbet. Yun, pwede yun. O kaya, binibining organikong bulanglang. No? Yung mga ganon. No? Hindi Mr. Jollibee. Okay, so, our guest speaker just really gave us a challenging message, a very inspiring though message also. So for those graduates and graduating students today, I hope ito yung commitment natin din. Okay? So bago natin tawagin ang mag-a-award ng ating mga certificates, mukhang si Larry ay may ibibigay na special na sertipiko at gawad kay Ginoong Baticados. Let me call on Dean Buot to award the certificate of appreciation and a token to Mr. Baticados. For the Certificate of Appreciation, let me read. University of the Philippines Open University Faculty of Management and Development Studies presents the Certificate of Appreciation to Mr. Glenn N. Baticados as guest speaker during the PED, NEP, SAFE, OA, and ECOM closing ceremonies held on December 7, 2013 at UP Open University Los Baños, Laguna, given the 7th day of December 2013 at the UPOU Los Baños, Laguna, signed Inocencio E. Buot Jr., Dean of FMDS. Let's give him a big hand, please. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. Nais po naming batiin, naka-online po ngayon si Joycel Panlilio ng NEP, also a graduating student, and Maria Catherine Ancheta of SAFE. Hello everyone. May I call on Mr. Ramon Manuel T. Nisperos to present the Certificates of Completion, Appreciation, and Recognition to the PED 2013 second semester graduating students.
Good morning, everyone. I'll now award the certificates for personal entrepreneurial development. First up is the Certificate of Completion. The citation reads, Certificate of Completion is awarded to, first, for Maria Amor Fuentes for having completed with distinction the course Personal Entrepreneurial Development given the 7th day of December 2013 at the UP Open University, Los Baños, Laguna. Signed, Angela A. Shelo, Course Coordinator, and Inocencio E. Buot, Junior Dean.
I call on Dr. Buot to please come up on stage.
Next up is the Certificate of Recognition. The citation reads, University of the Philippines Open University Faculty of Management and Development Studies presents the Certificate of Recognition to Kathy C. Sarinas for her outstanding achievement in the Personal Entrepreneurial Development course given the 7th day of December 2013 at UP Open University, Los Baños, Laguna. Signed, Inocencio E. Buot, Junior Dean. For the sake of the PED online viewers, I'll just announce the rest of the graduates in no particular order. Antalan Cheryl G, Cabiles Flor de Liza L, Kalilan Mayuan, Dagdag Michael John, Estiller Ethel Ann, Frias Ima Simeona M, Nice Ann Therese, Rojas Sheila, Peñaranda Joseph Paul J, Angelito Jeneline, Haynes Remil, Javier Stevenson Yu, Lacandazo Rowena, Uy Lovet, and the graduates who received a Certificate of Recognition. They are Alviar Jocelyn C, Tudlong Felicia Gale, and Sun Francis Albert G. Thank you.
Congratulations to our graduates of the Personal Entrepreneurial Development. Now, may I please ask the two graduates to please join Dr. Buot and Mr. Nisperos for a photo. Okay. Next up, may we call on Ms. Losel Antumlos the FIC and in charge of the NEP to present the certificates of completion, appreciation, and recognition of the NEP graduates.
For the new enterprise planning, I would like to award the certificate. The first one is for the satisfactory completion. So she is online. I will read the citation. University of the Philippines Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies. Certificate of completion is awarded to Ms. Jane Ricky May Aksalan for having satisfactorily completed the course on NEP given the 7th day of December at UP Open University, Los Baños, Laguna. Signed by yours truly and our Dean, Inocencio Ibuot. And for the awardees of certificate of with completion with distinction, I will read the citation. University of the Philippines Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies, certificate of completion awarded to Mr. Nick Jun T. Cardenas for having completed with distinction the course New Enterprise Planning given the 7th day of December at UP Open University, Los Baños, Laguna. Sir. Picture ko. Picture. Okay. Ay, sir, magstay lang kayo. And then for the second one, may I call on Miss Beverly V. Tikya? And for those online, they are Antalan Cheryl G., Mr. Christopher Bantug, Marie Bautista, Ms. Rodela Ibabaw, Ms. Maria Aurora Raqueño, and Ms. Richelle Joy Soriano, and the last one is Mr. Andre Cardeño. For the certificate of completion with distinction, there are 9 of them, but only 4 are here. So I will read the citation. University of the Philippines Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies, certificate of completion is awarded to them for having completed with high distinction the course New Enterprise Planning given the 7th day of December at UP Open University, Los Baños, Laguna. At the same time, a certificate of recognition will be given to them for their outstanding achievement in the course given on the same day. So may I call on the first one, Ms. Josephine Q. Almirol. So her business is on Vizcaya Fresh. And the second one is Mr. Brian A. Belen. His business plan is about Ato Belen Leisure Farm in San Pablo. The third one is Miss Joanna June Herrera. Her business is a restaurant cafe in Quezon City. Shack Attack. Picture yata. Picture. And the last one present is Mr. Raimundo T. Labid. His business is about men's apparel and the brand name is Lab. And the others who are online, as mentioned by Miss Janet, is Miss Joycel Panlilio, Paula Camille Figueras of Portugal, Franz Johan Garcia, and Miss Leslie Moral.
Well, congratulations once again to the NEP graduates and awardees. Let's give them a big hand, please. Okay. Next, may I ask Ms. Trisha Azkan to introduce to us and award the certificates of completion, appreciation, and recognition to the Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs graduates.
For the Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs, I will first call on those who are here, and then I will read the rest later. Certificate of completion to Ms. May Caridad T. Heneta. Certificate of completion with distinction, Ms. Almira Cristobal. Certificate with distinction to Ms. Rian Hill I. Soriano. Tuloy na lang po natin. For the Certificate of Completion with High Distinction, Mr. Brian Belen. Sir, balikan ko na lang po. Certificate of Completion with Distinction, Ms. Karina L. Villalobos. Meron pang isa. May isa pa. Certificate of Completion with High Distinction and our class top-notcher, Mr. Mark Kenneth F. Cabote. Certificate of Completion with High Distinction, Mr. Rene Sabulao. Certificate of Completion with High Distinction, Mr. Reynaldo G. Villavicencio. Certificate of Completion with High Distinction to Ms. Andrian A. Gomez. Okay, those who are not present for today, Certificate of Completion for Satisfactory Completion, Maureen Ann Balabagan, Carmela F. Balasoto, Marie France B. Balawitan, Nidia A. Hebrio, Joanne T. Manalansan, Nimrod L. Perez, Tony Lay C. Uy, Joyce Ira V. Yarza. Certificate with High Distinction, Remo Tito A. Aguilar, Rain Holy Innocence B. Cruz, Ria M. de Guzman, Matias Gabriel E. Mendoza, Rizalina V. Sulabo, Joy Myra A. Villarreal. Certificate with high distinction, Miss Maria Catherine Y. Ancheta, who is online, Mr. Emmanuel B. Butin, Mary Rose Cascaro, Darwin D. Clemente, Presita S. Garciano, and Melissa M. Lacson, Miriam S. Pangan, Rochelle Kelly L. Rivera Trinidad, Leticia Sunga, and Miss Myra Angeli T. Valencia.
Thank you, Trisha. And ladies and gentlemen, let's all give a big hand to the SAFE or SAFE graduates. For the organic agriculture graduates, may I call on Dr. Edna Luisa A. Matienzo to introduce the graduates and award the certificates of completion, appreciation, and recognition.
Okay, so for the organic agriculture graduates, so we have 15 graduates, but 4 is not with us today, but we will still call their names. So first, we will be calling the graduates who will be receiving the certificate of satisfactory completion. So let me read first the citation. University of the Philippines Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies, Certificate of Completion awarded to for having satisfactorily completed the course Organic Agriculture given this 7th day of December 2013 at UP Open University Los Baños, Laguna. Signed, Blisilda M. Calub, Course Coordinator, and Inocencio E. Buot, Junior Dean. Okay, so first on the list is Ancheta Lejerio. Edgar Alex Eugenio. Paglinawan Arvin. Perico Jocelyn. Also, the graduates with satisfactory completion, but not with us, is Alan Jeffrey Abrenica and Michelle Domingo. Next, I will be calling the graduates for completion with distinction. Let me read. University of the Philippines Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies, Certificate of Completion awarded to for having completed with distinction the course Organic Agriculture given this 7th day of December 2013 at UP Open University Los Baños, Laguna. Signed, Blisilda M. Calub, Course Coordinator, and Inocencio E. Buot, Jr., Dean. May Christine Kalimlim. Maria Divina Ibanez. So for the following graduates, they will be receiving 2 certificates. One, the certificate of completion, and the other one, the certificate of recognition. So let me read the citation. University of the Philippines Open University Faculty of Management and Development Studies, Certificate of Completion awarded to for having completed with high distinction the course Organic Agriculture given this 7th day of December 2013 at UP Open University Los Baños, Laguna. Signed, Blisilda M. Calub, Course Coordinator, and Inocencio E. Buot, Jr., Dean. The other one is University of the Philippines Open University Faculty of Management and Development Studies presents this certificate of recognition for her his outstanding achievement in the Organic Agriculture Continuing Education Non-Formal course, given the 7th day of December 2013 at UP Open University Los Baños, Laguna, Philippines, signed Inocencio E. Buot, Jr., Dean. Okay, so Gay Alcala. Florencio Flores. Pedrito Saavedra. Not with us today is Mr. Roland Arcadio and Vincer Quebral. Now, the graduate who is the top-notcher for the course, Ronel Asho, certificate with highest distinction.
Congratulations. Again, ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for the OA graduates. May I ask Dr. Buot to stay on stage? We'll have one more awarding to be given to a graduate of the NEP course. Ms. Lucelle Antumlos will present the award to the graduating student.
So there's one more for NEP. This certificate is given to Mr. Franz Johan P. Garcia for having completed the NEP course with high distinction. And another certificate will be given to him, a certificate of recognition.
Congratulations. Thank you. Yan po yung tinatawag natin na huli man daw ay huli nga. Okay. Para mas lalo pa tayong ma-inspire at mas malaman natin ano ba ang tinahak ng mga graduates natin ngayon sa loob ng ilang buwan na pagbubuno ng pag-aaral, pagsusunog ng kilay at magdamagang pag-aaral kung sakali man na meron. Let's hear the messages of the representatives of our graduates. First, from the Personal Entrepreneurial Development class, may I call on Mr. Francis Albert G. Sun, or Son. However, because he is somewhere out there, may I call on Mr. Ramon Manuel Nisperos to read the message for us. Let's give a big hand for Mr. Francis Albertson.
Okay, I quote Francis' message. First up, I would like to congratulate my fellow learners who completed their PED, NEP, SAFE, and OA courses. Certainly, completing our courses made one step closer to our goals. Given this opportunity, I would like to thank Ms. Angela Shelo and Mr. Ramon Nisperos for guiding us along the PED course, and to my fellow PED classmates who shared their insights in their course site. Sharing your views and opinions made our course more enriching and realistic. Having UP Open University offer short, informal courses such as PED, NEP, SAFE, and OA is such a big help. May it be for aspiring entrepreneurs like me, for those who want to review and strengthen their specific skills, or for those who are still in search of what they want to achieve. I look forward to UP Open University to continue being a powerful tool for everyone who wants and strives to learn, no matter what age, gender, or status in life he's into. Enrolling in PD course was a stroke of luck for me and a friend of mine. We were just looking into possible courses that we can take in different universities, and suddenly, we stumbled upon the UP Open University courses. Indeed, it was a good choice of enrolling here. Running through the PD course, I was able to have a clear vision of the goals I want to achieve. And not only that, these visions were converted into action plans that are set to accomplish my goals. I hope that most of us, if not all, PD learners had the same learnings in taking up this course, which we can apply in real life. As an ending statement, I would like to quote and modify one of the lessons that I learned and will never forget from this course. Keep finding opportunities, and if I may add, and believe that you will. Once again, congratulations and God bless to us all.
Thank you, Mr. Nisperos, and thank you so much, Mr. Sun. Indeed, opportunities will be there. We will find them, and we have to follow that opportunity. Now, let me call on Mr. Brian A. Belen to say a message for the graduates of NEP. Let's give a big hand, please, to Mr. Brian Belen.
Good morning, everyone. Here we are. We actually did it. Just a few months ago, we came piling into this same university, clueless about how our courses would be administered, but more so wondering how we will juggle our time between running our own personal lives and spending time in front of our computer screens in the coming months. Some of us then traveled from far away and couldn't help thinking about the long, tiring journey back home. But we're here today because we actually made it. So what now? That's probably the question of the day. Some of us know exactly what to do. The rest of us still have no idea. But whatever we decide, I think everyone would probably agree when I glean about how valuable UP Open University has been to us and how this institution will continue to be part of our journey to realizing our respective dreams and aspirations. It does not matter what courses we decided to take. It's about education and life lessons and discovering ourselves in the process of learning. I spent more than 10 years in Manila, working for a few of the country's top companies. And it was only about 3 years ago when I decided to return to Laguna to help my mom and dad run our farm. My degree in agribusiness management from UP Los Baños, coupled with the wealth of experience and the huge amount of exposure I had the rare opportunity to take part of, has turned me into an ambitious, idealistic, and hungry individual. I began picturing dreams in my mind. I have become a dreamer. Everyone is a dreamer. You are a dreamer. You are a dreamer. Everyone is. But dreams are empty if not acted upon. We must turn them into realistic goals and ambitions. We must write down our ideas. Get a small notebook and take it out every time an idea pops out. From time to time, evaluate them, organize them, and spend some time imagining them. This is probably the most important thing I have learned in new enterprise planning. Because of NEP, I have written a business plan, which I personally use in arriving at business decisions. It has become a concrete guide, helping me choose and direct the paths I am taking. More than anything, this course has taught me a lot about myself, which I could otherwise have not known if I didn't challenge myself and push myself hard enough. So today, more than ever, I feel ready to act on my ambitions, ideas, and feed my hunger. Because of NEP, I resolved to bring our business to new frontiers. I resolved to offer our products and services not only in the Philippines, but to the rest of the world. In July 2014, the first big leap will be made as I relaunch Ato Belen's farm as Ato Belen's Leisure Farms. We envision becoming not only a premier agro-tourism destination, but also as a trusted school for practical agriculture, which will equip the present and future farmers of this country. That's thanks to you, Ms. Losel and Mr. RM, for working together in the delivery of this module. I've also taken SAFE and found it to be straightforward, just how I like it. I am very happy with how accounting, a subject which I used to, but just sometimes, frown upon in college, could be taught in this manner and in the privacy and coziness and around the clutter of our own homes and offices. It is with great pride that I declare today that because of SAFE, I can not only read and understand financial statements, I can also write and explain them to you as well. Kudos to Ma'am Tricia for doing a great job simplifying accounting for non-accountants such as myself. What we learn from you will definitely put our businesses in order. So in behalf of my co-learners, we thank you. To everyone who made all these possible, we say thank you. To our families who stood by our side and supported us no matter what, thank you. To the faculties in charge who instilled in us a passion for learning, thank you. To Sir Larry, who directed the amazing ride, and to Ma'am Bess and Ma'am Edna for continuing to work with the farm for the organic agriculture class, thank you. Without you, without each other, there would be no purpose to being here, no way to advance. Life, like society, is exactly what we make of it. Thanks to all the crazy, kind people like Jabez, OJ, I've met during my time here, and I hope to be studying again here soon. So we did it. Congratulations. Put your education to good use. As the great Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So my dear co-learners, be game changers. Be ambitious, but be realistic. Be relevant. And my challenge is for you to stay relevant. Today is the day we begin changing the world together. Sincerely and from the bottom of my heart, thank you all, and congratulations.
Maraming salamat, Brian. Maraming salamat. Inantig mo muli ang aming mga damdamin. We should be a dreamer, a relevant, and active dreamer. Maraming salamat sa pagturo sa amin that a checklist in life, a wish list in life is useful as well. Congratulations too. Now, before we before we listen to another message for SAFE or for the SAFE graduates, may I ask Ms. Tricia Ascan to award the certificate of completion as well to another graduate student.
University of the Philippines, Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies, Certificate of Completion awarded to Ms. Presita S. Garciano. Okay. for having completed with high distinction the course Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs, given the 7th day of December 2013 at UP Open University, Los Baños, Laguna, signed Tricia C. Ascan, Course Coordinator, and Inocencio E. Buot, Junior Dean. Another certificate will be given to her for his or certificate of recognition for her outstanding achievement in the Simplified Accounting Continuing Education Non-Formal course. Special.
Maraming salamat, Trisha, and congratulations to the graduate. May I ask Dr. Buot to please remain on stage for the awarding of another graduate student for organic agriculture.
So this is another graduating learner from organic agriculture to receive certificate of completion, Richard Sarsuelo.
Congratulations. Ito ang maganda kung nalilate, ano? Single ka na, ano? Nagpapakuha ng litrato. Alright. So, tawagin naman po natin ngayon, ito yung mga safe students. Ito yung dream ko rin na maka-enroll dito sa safe ni Tricia eh. Safe na safe daw talaga kapag nagkumuha ka ng accounting course ni Tricia. Now, may I ask Mr. Mark Kenneth Cabote, the top-notcher of the class, to say a message, to give a message for the class on SAFE. Let's give him a big hand, please.
Good morning, everyone. And I would like to extend my greetings to my batchmates based in Canada. Bonsoir, good evening. Lesotho, Tumalang, hello. Dubai, marhaban, assalamualaikum. Hi, peace be with you. And Cambodia, Juam Riab Soa, hello. I hope I pronounced those greetings correctly. Last November 25, I received an email from my professor, Ma'am Tricia Ascan, informing me that I passed the course with highest mark. I was very happy and overwhelmed to learn about it. Then I began to recall those times when I had to study and to do assignment way past midnight just to beat the deadline, and at times when I had to rush home from work to take the online quizzes and exercises just minutes before the 11:55 Saturday cut-off time. Those sacrifices were all worth it. However, getting the highest average for me is just a bonus. What matters most is on how we utilize the knowledge we gain through this course. We might have different goals and purpose on taking this course. But before anything else, let me enumerate some of the common reasons why students take simplified accounting for entrepreneurs and professionals. First, most likely, all of us wanted to learn on how to manage the financial aspect of our business or prospective business. Second, maybe some of us want to accept bookkeeping jobs to earn extra income. Third, some of us would like to understand what their accountants report and convey to them, and to be able to engage into intelligent discussion with their accountant. In a way, this would also help business owners to gauge if they really hired a good accountant or they need to hire a new one as soon as possible. Lastly, probably maybe some of us just wanted to obtain a certificate of completion coming from UP Open University because the prestige and certain degree of distinction anchored with the name of UP. Maybe you were wondering on how did it came up with those reasons. It's because there were the same intentions and motivation I had before when I finally decided to take the SAFE course. You may have similar or different reasons with me, but what is important is that we have personal goals in life that we want to achieve. to be a successful businessman who with some accounting literacy at your back, to become a high caliber bookkeeper with UP Open University certification, or for a business owner who wanted to make sure his business managed by a good accountant. Sadly to say, for whatever personal reason we may have, this course does not guarantee our success. Despite of this uncertainty, I strongly believe that this course will help us a lot to increase our chances to attain our personal goals, especially when enforced with hard work, determination, and right attitude. Before I end my inspirational talk, I would like to thank some special people who were instrumental in my success to pass this course. To my parents who are very supportive to me all throughout, and to my professors, Ma'am Tricia Ascad for patience on answering all our inquiries online, and to our professor, Ma'am Christina Caimo for explaining to us basic taxation, and of course to God above all who made all these things possible. To my batchmates, once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mark Kenneth Cabote. Like you, I am also being inspired to also take SAFE nga. Hindi ko lang, yeah, I will probably enroll very soon, even if I am not running a business. Probably, ang nagtitrigger sa akin yung, paano kaya mag-compute na hindi mo kailangan ng calculator? Yun eh. Yun yung tanong ko sa sarili ko. Alright, sige, turuan mo ako dun, Tricia. Now, for the OA graduates, let's call on Mr. Ronel M. Asho, also the top-notcher of the class, to give a message for the representatives, as a representative of the graduates of OA. May I call on Mr. Ronel Asho?
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako po'y natutuwa at nagulat. Kasi po hindi ko alam na ako po ay magsasalita ngayon. So, tatlo lang siguro yung gusto kong sabihin. Una, sa bumubuo ng third batch ng organic agriculture, mabuhay tayong lahat. At tayo yung may pinakamataas ang rating yata ng completion rate. Pangalawa, gusto ko rin pasalamatan ang aming mga professor na matyagang nagturo sa amin, naglibot sa mga aktual na mga small farmers na nag-organic. At pangatlo, inaalay ko itong success na ito sa mga farmers na palagi kong kasama sa field, na silang nagbigay sa akin ng inspirasyon para kunin itong kurso na ito. Actually, hindi ko alam na may ganitong kurso ng organic agriculture. Ngunit dahil sa matyagang pakikipag share ng mga experience sa mga organic practitioners, nalaman ko na may open palang organic agriculture course sa UP. At salamat sa kanila. At lalong-lalo na at mas lalo ko pang nadagdagan yung aking experience sa field. Hopefully, lahat ng natutunan ko dito sa kursong ito, maisi-share ko sa mga farmers na aking pinagsisilbihan sa ngayon. At salamat din sa aking mga ka-office mate na very supportive sa pagtulong na ma-accomplish itong kurso na to. Kahit na very busy. Actually, nakakapag-open lang ako tuwing deadline na. I almost stay at the field 5 days a week. So, Sabado pa yung kan. Kaya, pilit na hinahabol ko yung deadline. Kaya hindi ko po inaasahan na ako pala yung maging outstanding sa grupo namin. Muli, maraming salamat sa Open University, sa aking mga kaklase, at sa ibang mga kurso na nakakasama din namin sa mga field visits. Yung ating isang high distinction din, si Sir Belen. Napunta po kami sa kanilang farm. Salamat din sa mga experience na shinare niya. Mabuhay ang organic agriculture. Mabuhay UPOU.
Mabuhay ka rin, Ginoong Ronel Asio. Maraming salamat sa inyong inspiring message. Huwag po kayo mag-alala dahil hindi po kami nagulat na ang mensahe ninyo ay inspiring talaga, encouraging, kahit pala hindi po ninyo alam na kayo ay magmemensahe sa araw na ito. Siguro mas marami pa tayong matututunan at maaantig sa mensahe niya kung siya nga ay talagang nakaalam at napaghandaan ang kanyang speech ngayong araw na ito. Oo. At nagugustuhan ko rin yung sabi niya na top-notcher siya ng klase pero Sabado lang siya nakakapagbukas. So lesson mga kaibigan, kahit Sabado, pero puspusang pag-aaral at pakikipag-debate siguro, ay it's also already planting the seed for graduation. Okay? So maraming salamat. Ayan, meron pa po tayo na isang i-recognize din at i-award na graduate student natin. Ulitin natin, huli man daw ay talagang huli. Kaya tawagin po natin ulit si Mr. Nisperos para po i-award ang Certificate of Completion sa ating huling estudyante.
The University of the Philippines Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies, Certificate of Completion is awarded to Sheila J. Rojas for having completed with distinction the course Personal Entrepreneurial Development given the 7th day of December 2013 at UP Open University, Los Baños, Laguna. Signed, Angela A. Shelo, Course Coordinator, and Inocencio E. Buot, Junior Dean.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Sheila. Peace tayo doon, Sheila. Meron pa ho ba? Meron pa ho ba? Oh, sige po. Maraming salamat. Okay. Patapos na ho tayo. Okay. May I call on Dr. Inocencio? Naawa na ako kay Doc Buot kasi akyat baba siya sa entablado. Ganyan po talaga ang artista rin, Doc. Tawagin po natin si Dr. Inocencio Buot para sa panghuling mensahe para sa ating closing program.
Thank you so much, Janet. And good morning, everyone, once again. Sana, after this, nobody would come up stage and be given the last recognition. Anyway, I would like to congratulate the graduates and their families. And the Faculty of Management and Development Studies is very proud and honored of your achievements, just as we are with our formal degree program graduates. So, congratulations, everyone. Why do we sustain the offering of the non-formal education courses at our faculty? Maybe many of you are asking this question. And you see, this is because the University of the Philippines is a public service university, and we want to reach out all sectors, especially the deprived and the marginalized, as far as formal education is concerned. The challenge now is to translate our learning to action, making a difference. And I think Glenn, our guest speaker, and many of our honor graduates have been giving lots of insights about this, how to make a difference. We have to grab every chance to contribute to economic development. not only in our country, but to the ASEAN and the globe as well. Failure to grab the chance and give a try, in the words of Glenn, may not be that good to you and to all of us. Wordsworth once said that there are 4 things you can never recover if you will not try. Therefore, you have to give a try. So what are these 4 things? A stone after this has been thrown out or thrown away. The word after it is being said. An occasion after it is being missed. And time after it's gone. With that, I enjoin everyone to grab every opportunity and give a try to make a difference, so that we would be witnessing the development of our nation and the world as well. Thank you.
Amen to that, Dr. Buot. Okay? Bago po tayo magtapos, nais lang po nating i-recognize ang ating mga nakasama. The FMDS Dean's Office Team, headed by Dr. Inocencio Buot, Dr. Joanne Serrano, Larry Cruz, Maripres Sarinas, Wayoma Pradas, Jennifer De Pasion, Josephine Macale, Joan Viñas, Von Eugenio, and Noemi Bayawa for making this event also a successful one. We also would like to thank our multimedia support team. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Miss Luisa Helisan, Alan Nunez, and Joseph Platon, maraming salamat po sa pag-cover ngayon. And salamat po sa ating mga butihing panauhin.